Have you ever found yourself hesitating to take a trade even when all the signals align? Your gut tells you it's a good opportunity, but a voice inside warns, what if it goes wrong? If so, you're not alone. Risk aversion is common among traders, but in volatile markets it can feel like a curse. I've been there, watching opportunities slip away while fearing potential losses. But what if I told you that being risk-averse could actually be your greatest strength? Before we dive into strategies, let's first understand why some traders naturally shy away from risk. It often comes from a need for security, past traumatic trading experiences, or even personality traits that value stability over uncertainty. When I started trading, I found myself constantly double-checking setups, hesitating to pull the trigger, and exiting too early. The market's unpredictability felt overwhelming, and I was more focused on avoiding losses than making gains. Sound familiar? The key to thriving as a risk-averse trader isn't to force yourself to take reckless risks, but to develop a structured approach that aligns with your cautious nature. One of the biggest turning points in my journey was shifting from emotion-driven decisions to data-driven strategies. If you're risk-averse, probabilities should be your best friend. I started tracking my trades meticulously, identifying setups that had the highest win rates, calculating average drawdowns, and understanding how my edge played out over a series of trades. This approach allowed me to trade with confidence, knowing that I wasn't just gambling but executing a well-tested plan. If you haven't already, start keeping a trading journal and analyze patterns in your decision-making. Volatile markets are where risk-averse traders struggle the most. Large price swings trigger anxiety, and hesitation leads to missed opportunities. But instead of avoiding volatility altogether, the solution lies in adapting. I learned to trade with smaller position sizes, widening my stop losses to account for market swings while maintaining strict risk parameters. I also began focusing on trading during the most stable periods of the day instead of chasing momentum blindly. These adjustments allowed me to participate in volatility without feeling overwhelmed by risk. Risk-averse traders tend to focus on what they could lose, but the key is shifting that focus toward managing risk effectively. Instead of fearing loss, I learned to embrace it as a controlled variable. Position sizing became my best tool. I risked only a small percentage of my account per trade, ensuring no single loss could derail my progress. I also implemented multiple layers of risk control, such as setting alerts instead of watching every tick, using limit orders instead of chasing price, and diversifying trade setups to reduce exposure. The biggest obstacle for risk-averse traders isn't just market volatility, it's their own mindset. Early on, I viewed every trade as a potential disaster, but over time, I learned to see trades as probabilities rather than personal judgments of my skill. I stopped aiming for perfection and started trusting my strategy. Instead of focusing on avoiding losses, I focused on executing my edge consistently. The moment I made this mental shift, my trading transformed. Every trader has losses. What separates successful ones is how they manage them and move forward. Not all trading styles suit risk-averse traders. I found that swing trading and longer time frames worked better for me than high-frequency scalping. Instead of stressing over every tick, I structured my approach around well-defined setups with clear entry and exit points. If you find yourself panicking over short-term fluctuations, consider adjusting your strategy to one that aligns better with your temperament. Patience, discipline, and controlled exposure can turn your caution into a major advantage. Being risk-averse doesn't mean you can't succeed in trading. On the contrary, it can be a strength if you channel it correctly. By leveraging data, adapting to volatility, mastering risk management, and shifting your mindset, you can turn caution into confidence. I know this firsthand because I was once paralyzed by fear, but now I use my natural tendencies to protect my capital and grow my account consistently. The market rewards those who play the game strategically. If you're risk-averse, don't fight it. Embrace it and make it your edge. Because when the reckless traders blow up their accounts, you'll still be standing, ready for the next opportunity. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more trading insights.